in beautiful Palmer Gulch, South Dakota.
All right. Hey, I'll see you down there.
All right.
Welcome to the Black Hills of South Dakota, one of the world's most ancient mountain ranges. Set on the eastern edge of the Rocky Mountains, this emerald oasis is surrounded by a sea of prairie known as the Great Plains. Rising above those waving bands of sun-dried grasses, appearing from a distance as dark clouds on the horizon, are the Pahasapa, the Black Hills. Within this million-acre preserve are crisp alpine streams and meadows rimmed with granite spires. In the shadows of giant ponderosa pines, bison still graze on the sweet grass of summer, and trout still break the water's surface for the right fly. Beneath the Black Hills rests an underground wilderness that contains some of the longest caves in the world. Filled with rare specimens and deep-flowing underground lakes, two of these, Jewel and Wind Caves, have been preserved as part of the National Park system. In these Black Hills, you can see 100 miles to the horizon and retrace 100 years in a day. Wherever you travel in this granite-capped mountain range, you'll be walking in the footsteps of thousands of miners, merchants, and Native Americans who alternately found a way to survive, celebrate, and flourish here. History will greet you around every curve, from teepee rings dating back thousands of years and sinkholes that swallowed woolly mammoths to tired-looking ghost towns and rowdy gold camps. South Dakota has a rich and storied past. The Lakota holy man, known as Black Elk, brought his vision quest to these same hills more than 100 years ago. Standing atop the 7,242-foot Harney Peak, the highest point east of the Rocky Mountains in the U.S., Black Elk surveyed a scene of wonder. Spread before him like a rolling emerald carpet, speckled with granite spires, stood the ancient Pahasapa. In his later years, Black Elk told the gripping story of his life to John C. Nyhard, who recounted the Native Americans' journey in the book Black Elk Speaks. Present at both the Battle of Little Bighorn and the massacre at Wounded Knee, Black Elk's extraordinary experiences and memory bring to life a time of conflict and hope on the Great Plains. As was expected of all young men in his tribe, Black Elk embarked on a vision quest. His journey took him to places he had never been, brought him face to face with generations of his grandfathers, and into the remote reaches of the Black Hills, sacred home of the Great Spirit, Wakantanka. In his vision, Black Elk reached the summit of Harney Peak. From that vantage point, the young man scanned a vast panorama before him. Looking down, I saw that the whole wide circle of the day was beautiful and green, with all fruits growing and all things kind and happy. Then a voice said, "Behold this day, for it is yours to make. Now you shall stand upon the center of the earth to see, and there they are taking you." I was still on my bay horse, and once more I felt the riders of the west, the north, the east, the south, behind me in formation, as before, and we were going east. I looked ahead and saw the mountains there with rocks and forests on them, and from the mountains flashed all colors upward to the heavens. A century after Black Elk fulfilled his vision quest, the grandeur that unfolds from Harney Peak is much as it was. Today, pine-bordered trails make Harney Peak a great day hike, and the view from the top is still worth every step. You'll find trailheads to Harney Peak in the Sylvan Lake area of Custer State Park. From the summit, you'll see 17 other peaks above 7,000 feet and a mountain range covering an area roughly the size of Delaware.
Iron Mountain Road is also known for its pigtail bridges that accommodate for the change in elevation while still blending with the natural surroundings. 3 granite tunnels frame Mount Rushmore as it comes into view, and scenic pullouts provide picture-perfect moments. You can explore the park on foot or on horseback. There are miles of marked hiking trails throughout the park that vary in difficulty, but all have beautiful views. Travelers that don't have horses can saddle up at Bluebell Lodge for guided trail rides. The park offers the most activities and educational programs during the summer months when warm days and cool nights lure vacationers. Campgrounds can accommodate most campers, RVs, and tents. There are also a handful of camper cabins that are air-conditioned and heated for year-round camping. The park's 4 resorts offer sleeping and housekeeping cabins, as well as motel rooms and historic lodge rooms.